Hello Applied students, Miss Glenn here. I'm going to show you about how we want you to go about screenshotting and making your histograms and box plots for your project. So our best suggestion is we do want you to do the histogram with the floating box plot. So we are going to make a histogram and box plot for each data set. So let's assume my histogram of data set A is my first group. So I'm going to make a histogram and a box plot for data set A here. And then I want to offset that box plot so that way it's above the histogram. And then I'm going to change the binning on my histogram, and I'm going to bin by, I don't know, 3s in this case. And then I want to drag over because I want to make sure that I'm looking at all of the data points that are available. And when we're actually making our project right now for our histograms for this project, I want you to exclude the outliers. That's helpful because that lets us know exactly where the outlier point is and then where the new highest value would be. So it's super helpful. The other thing that I want to make sure that you're doing when you are making your histogram is that you are left aligning those bins. So left align on those bins, make sure that that's done. You get to choose your bin size. So pick a bin size that seems reasonable for your data set. And then you're going to go ahead and want to take this screenshot. Before you do, however, we're going to want you to have the same number line range for both data set A and for data set B. So my suggestion would be to first make sure that you can see all of histogram A within this number line, and then turn those off and try it again with histogram B to make sure that they're both visible. So let's make histogram B now, and then we'll add in the box plot of B. And then just for the sake of clarity, I'm going to make both of their colors be blue. So I've got red for A and blue for B. All right, so now I can see that I've got a box plot. Let's go ahead and offset that by 5 again, or actually maybe even 6 because of where that histogram is binned. And then let's go ahead and change this binning to bin by 2s maybe. And no, it's probably actually better at 1 so you can see those different bars. So what I'm checking for now is to see that, okay, if I had a range that goes from 10 to 35, oops, sorry, let's left align. If I had a range that goes from 10 to slightly over 35, I would capture all of my blue B data set, and I would also capture all of my red A data set. That one would be binning by, would be going from 10 to 35. The difference here is we actually need to bin by the same values because for the data that you're looking at, these two things are referring and representing the same ideas. I'm using random data sets right now, so they don't actually, but we have to go ahead and bin by the same. So if I liked histogram A at 3 and I liked histogram B at 1, I can either go back to doing my red histogram at 1, or we can split the difference and put them both at 2. You have to decide. You get to make that decision. But once you do that, then we need to say, okay, look, now we can clearly see where our ranges go from, 12 all the way up till 36. So when we screenshot for both histograms and box plot pictures, we want to go from about 12 to 36. So I'm going to go ahead and turn histogram A off. We're going to need to move that box plot up even more, let's say. But then I could take a screenshot of this area right here. And I go from, again, 12 all the way up till 37. So then I would turn off histogram B and box plot B by clicking on those circles, and turn on histogram A and box plot A, and then take that exact same screenshot. So from 12 up until 37. And now I have pictures of both with the exact same number line. And that's what we need you to do, is be sure that you have the same bin size and the same number line for both of those screenshots. And that's it.